Hello, everyone, and welcome to what is the date today? January 8th edition of the planning meeting for the Kubernetes Contributor Summit EU. Just a reminder that this meeting abides by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct. Those of you who've not read that, I encourage you to go and have a read through. We'll start with lead updates today. I think from my side, the only thing, and you'll likely hear this in the comms and content update as well, but the CFP is now open and communications were sent out for that. So thank you, Fika and Natalie, for taking care of that. I'm excited to see the CFPs start coming in. And then for staff swag, I checked in with Brienne on that, but she mentioned that typically CNCF only helps with the attendee swag, and the staff swag is taken care of by the lead side. So I will start today looking for a vendor that can do the custom berets for us, and I know that the art is in progress for that. That Kaslin had sent out a call for that, and she's working on some drafts as well. Arno.
Yeah, about the swag, I'm looking at someone local currently, so I might have an update by next meeting.
Awesome. Yeah, I
I
had done
would,
some like initial searching for vendors and didn't see too much. So if you've got one in mind, that's perfect.
yeah, I found I would say, local producer of Beret, so I'm supposed to reach out to them this week, and we will have an update by next week.
Awesome. Thank you. Um, and I know Brienne said she was going to be a little late, so excuse me, let's pop down to, and I don't see Vega on the call either, but from her side, I know, like I said, that the CFP is now open. So let's pass to Natalie for comms.
Okay, hi everyone. Yeah, as mentioned, the initial comms have been sent out. I'm connecting with Kaslin over DM to get X/Twitter access so that we can communicate on that way. We also had in the Contributor Summit Slack channel, I posted a big part of the announcement there and just changed the description and things for the channel to make it accurate. For any folks in any SIGs that want to share that initial message in that Slack channel, please feel free. It links out to both the website and the CFP. I will say that I don't have a Mastodon account, so I might lean on Kaslin to do that specific update. But I'll be getting access to at least the contributors' X Twitter account to do updates and things there. And so the idea will be that anything we send out via email, we'll try and replicate in those same channels, both in the Contributor Summit Slack channel and also on social. The next email will go out as discussed in the last meeting on the 23rd of January, which should collect all folks who found out whether they were accepted or rejected for talks, so they can possibly submit for Contrib Summit talks. That'll be then an update that will include registration, as I believe registration by then will be ready. But we can absolutely do something earlier for registration if that gets kicked off soon. I know Brienne will come shortly with updates. I can see that she's going to send out something about registration shortly to Ray and team. Other than that, the other thing on the comm side that I can think of that we need to do is that the website skeleton, which again, big thanks to Murphy for kicking that off, still needs a couple updates in that content. The about section is still like TBD, and we can absolutely just copy and paste from the from the Chicago a kind of about section site, but we are missing the venue. And so I'm wondering if we just wait until we have the venue to update that area. I don't feel like it's super important, but we can just see. And I think on the comm side, that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you. Um, All right, let's pass to Kaylin for celebration.
Yeah, so I have mostly just been ideating, have not actually purchased anything yet, but I have some ideas that I think are good ones, doing the suggested trivia as like a multiple people organized event, doing Pin the Tail and the Fippy, and maybe some other characters, petanque, and other play at your own pace games kind of scattered around the room. A scavenger hunt that is like aimed at new folks being able to go meet people around. So some things that will have people talking to people, as well as some like hidden Easter eggs around the room. I want to confirm we're doing mocktails again, and then I haven't added it to the notes yet, but I did confirm a shadow. I don't think he is here today, but I sent him the information for future meetings. So yeah, he's just going to help me plan, and we'll probably put together a really loose run book for it, even though it's pretty low key. Have fun ideas and make sure everyone likes them, and that's all for me.
Sounds good. I can send you some of the previous questions we used for trivia too, if you want to comb through those and like pull any that you feel might be good to run again. Or if you just want examples. I think I still have the doc from when we did it in whatever city that was. Who could say Monday? Maybe Amsterdam, Valencia. I don't know. Somewhere in Europe.
It was trivia in Valencia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet,
That's
yeah,
right. That was
definitely send those
Lockie's
my
one
way.
because that was where the paella was. There was paella during trivia. Specifically remember that. Yeah. All right. Mario.
Yeah, for me, I looked into the documents that Brienne shared for the Contrib Summit, and is the venue now the venue that is in line 3 in this document? Then it would be Porte de Paris, Paris Convention Center. And the next steps for me would then be getting a venue plan, getting the rooms, and then starting basically the staffing draft document on where to staff what and get some more details.
I also want to add for you, Mario, that you've got a bit of time to chill because content isn't completed or like defined yet. So you can definitely do a bunch of the stuff that you think is relevant, but in terms of like planning your stuff, you'll definitely want to wait to see what content as well is going to be up there.
Yeah, but if we know the rooms and how many rooms, it's also interesting for content, I guess, to plan the amount of sessions that we can host.
All right, Ray. Arno, you've got a hand up.
I saw Brienne in the call, so I'm like, maybe we can go back to her after Ray.
Yep,
Or we
that's
just
good.
yeah.
All right. For registration, just once we get the reg form once it's available, the reg team is going to review and we will review the form and test it out later today. That's it for me.
Sounds good. And let's pop back up to Brienne's update.
All right. Hello. Sorry I'm late. I've been like literally meeting jumping all morning, so don't mind me. So yeah, this weekend I spent a lot of time going through building out our documents and our planning docs, and shared quite a few things with you. So you'll see we have the link to the branding folder. This is going to be our, overall look, brand design for this year's event. I'll be working on signage next, but this is kind of where you can go if you need any items or pieces for emails or anything like that. Also, the PowerPoint template is shared there as well. So if you need to reference that, you can find it there. I put together the planning doc, and that is kind of our master document for everything KCS related. So you'll see I've got external links there on the first page. As somebody pointed out, yes, our venue, even though we haven't technically announced it yet, It is the Port of Paris, Paris Convention Center. So it is the same venue as all of KubeCon will be happening at. So that makes it easy. Then if you go onto the agenda tab, you will see I've laid out what all of our spaces are that we have available, as well as what they are designated as. So for example, W0607 is going to be our workshop and meal space. W01, 2, and 3 will be our general session and breakout number 1 space. W05 is our breakout number 2. W08, breakout number 3. 721 staff office, 722 doc sprint. Also on the top row, you'll see I've linked all the different floor plans and virtual tours, as well as the technical sheet. So if you have any questions as far as like what the room looks like, or, you know, anything like that, that's a really good place to kind of look to reference it. Otherwise, they're pretty standard rooms. They'll be set rounds, classroom, boardroom style. I just need people to go in and fill out anything highlighted in yellow. So whether we need a podium, screen, projectors, microphones, if so, how many, what AV, do we want to record in that room? You know, any requests like that. And then you'll see down below that is where we can fill in the agenda. And this is important for me, so I know what time to schedule all of our food and beverage and breaks and stuff like that. So then our Meet the Kubernetes Contributor Community will be held on Friday, March 22nd. And that is going to be in E08 from 12 to 3. So we have that space as well. As usual, once we do have our registration for testing, we will update our registration approvals and attendee tracker. So I've already laid those out and they're ready as soon as we can open registration. Another thing I'm asking, since I know I don't necessarily have access to all of the emails that come in, but anytime somebody sends in dietary requirements or celebration guest requests, if you could just go in and add them to the appropriate tabs, that will really help me out, because I look at that for our head counts as well as our food and beverage counts. So anything that you can add in there would be great. And then I will be working on going through different venue options for our celebration, and I will be adding that and sharing that soon. Next is our SIG button list, and this is again for the contributor community meet and greet. Again, the columns highlighted in yellow is the information I just need to have added and filled in. Once that has been updated, I will take care of ordering any new buttons or additional buttons that we need, as well as making sure, you know, everything has a sign and table stand, and make sure it all looks nice. So if you could take time to go through that and just update those areas, that would be helpful for me. Let's see, what else do I have? Sketch. So yes, I have started our Sketch page. If you could let me know who should be an admin and what email address that you would like me to have that invite sent to, that'd be perfect, so that I can make sure that the appropriate people are added to Sketch. I haven't actually gone in and updated the information as far as the dates or times or the heading images yet. I will do that, but for now it is at least started, and then I can share the admin invites once I have that information. Registration form. I'll be sharing that via Slack this afternoon. I just need to get the final approval from CNCF to share that with you. So that should be coming this afternoon. Please watch for that on Slack. Again, just review, make any edits or changes. Once that's ready, let me know, and then I will send it to our registration team to build. It usually takes them about 2 to 3 days to build, and then once we test it and give approval, they can have it live within a day. So depending on how quickly we move, we should be able to have registration open, I'd say, by early next week. And then the next big thing I have is our attendee swag. I would like to place the order by end of January. So I will need any final artwork by the end of January so that I can place that order. But I would like to go ahead and start getting pricing and options. And I wasn't sure if we were planning to do t-shirts or long sleeve shirts or what the preference was. And if we had any specific color preferences that I can look into to get some ideas for. So I just wanted to check on that so I could start working with our vendor to see what we have available.
Awesome, thank you. Many awesome updates. I saw a hand from Arno and then Natalie.
Just want to know if we have any update for the social venue.
No, not yet. So I was waiting
Okay.
to get our final venue determined first, because obviously we want to stay within walking distance. So depending on where our final venue for our event was going to determine where I should look for celebration venues. So that is on my list of things to do this week, and I will be sharing options as soon as I have them.
Okay.
Cool. I have a couple of questions. Firstly, for the group, can we assign someone to monitor the dietary requests and put them in the sheet rather than it just being a free-for-all, so that it does get done as a question? I think that would be helpful, so that someone's always like looking at those. And then second, Brienne, around your question around microphone, what should have a mic in what AV in what rooms? I remember we had a similar question, I believe, last time, and then we got told there was only one room possible to have mic and AV. So are we able to get that information from you before we figure that out?
So all of the spaces that we have at this venue are able to have AV,
Got
lights, recordings, screens, or whatever. So yeah, if you just want to let me know what's needed where. I know typically in the past we've only done recording for the workshop and general session. However, there have been, questions or people in the past that have said, can we have everything recorded? So if you would like to potentially have recording, let me know, and then I can look into what our pricing would be and get some quotes for that for every space. But yes, if you want to just fill in what is needed or what would be requested, then I will work through that.
Yeah, I think, and this is me with the Meredith hat on for Day of Ops, that at minimum the main room for recording, and then like building off of that, it's like depending on price, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Noah, you got a hand up?
I do. Unrelated to the things that we've been chatting about. I just have a couple questions. One is the branding folder open for writing? So that when we need things like QR codes and other miscellaneous things, that we could throw things into that folder. Is that?
Yeah,
is that fair?
if you have anything branding related that you want to add to the folder, please feel free to do that.
Okay, cool.
Maybe just create like a subfolder or something so we can kind of keep things organized or separated. But yeah, feel free. Everyone should have access to these folders, so that way it's an easy place to house everything and people can kind of go in and pull things as needed.
And the other thing is, talking about attendee swag, we should probably figure out one or two options and just have a vote on it, because time is going to run out very quickly, and we should do that like this week.
Yeah, ideally I would love to have everything
in the
ordered.
Slack channel.
Sounds good to me. Sorry for talking over you there, Brianne.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was going to say, ideally, I'd like to order everything around January 29th. That'll give us plenty of time to get it in, get it over to France, depending on whether I find a vendor here in the US or find somebody in Europe. That'll give us plenty of time to make sure we get it on site. So
just to check, that also means that the design needs to be finalized by then. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, we will need the final design, and then I can place the order. Really, that's the only piece I need is the final design, and then, whether we're doing t-shirts and what color shirt we would like to do.
Cool. And then per Natalie's comment on adding the dietary restriction information, Ray, is that something that you and your shadows would be able to take as part of like when the registrations come in?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that.
Awesome, thank you. I just wanted to make sure we address that and have that covered. Cool. Yeah, I'll ping Caslin on the art this week and just make sure that we've got awareness on that January 29 deadline so that we're able to meet that. Whether it's going to be someone else that ends up doing it, if she's heard from anyone, or if she's going to take a stab at it. Yeah, Mario and then Natalie.
Yeah, she said that she is looking for some time to work on some proposals this week. So I and she's aware of the date, so I guess she will get back to us this week.
Okay.
My question is again for Brian, actually. Staff registration, I guess we still wait a little bit on that. Is that correct?
Yeah, so once we open registration, I will have a code for staff, and that will be able to be put in for everyone to register, and that'll give us, access. But that's unfortunately, I can't give you that until our registration is live. So once we have that live, I will definitely share that code, and then everyone can go in there and get registered.
Cool. I know Caslin was not able to make this one, so we don't have an update from Mortal Kombat, other than she said it's still in progress, which is fine. We talked about lead swag. Anything else that anyone wants to chat about? This has been an eventful week. We're making progress. It's feeling good.
I just wanted to say that I've seen in a couple places. I threw in something about the short links here. We did a great job of updating them, which is good. But I don't think we're in the habit of socializing them yet. I've seen it pop up in a couple of places, and if we're not in the habit of doing it, then other people won't be in the habit of using it. So that's all. Just bringing a little attention to it.
Sounds good. All right, I am going to end the recording.